Okay, here we go. Another episode out in the wild. Guys, welcome back. Oh, I'm on the wire of my recorder. Yeah, let's get that out of there. Hey, everyone. It's another episode of Dylan recording out in some random place because he didn't give himself enough time to record in studio. And there are going to be noises of cars behind me. There are going to be like that. You're going to hear that. And you're gonna hear this bird, and you know what? It's okay because this is ambience. This is ambiance. I don't really know if that's the correct usage of that word, but spit my gum out. I'll throw it out. Don't worry. The people in the comments like, you're littering. Yeah, you know, I'm getting a little bit of nature. I just touching some of this grass. That might be poison ivy, though, so maybe you shouldn't have touched it. I am at Lehman College in the Bronx. I am getting my motorcycle license today, which is pretty cool. So thought I would record. I saw a bunch of park around here. Thought I would record before I took the second half of my test, and we'll see. The episodes that are recorded outside seem to do a little bit better for some reason. And I can wander more mentally, whereas when I'm trapped inside my room, I start to spiral and feel like a schizophrenic. For some reason, talking to yourself out in public does not feel as mentally ill, even though, people are going to walk by. Like this couple right here is looking at me recording, and the woman is going, I wonder what this white man is doing. And then she's talking to her beautiful black husband, and he's going, I don't know, you know how white people are. They just, they got to make everything about themselves. That's not what, but maybe, or maybe they're progressive and they go, oh, he's just doing his thing. Let me open my coffee. Because I had to get a second cup. Because the first cup, like I said, wakes you up. The second cup gets you going. And I don't think you guys are going to hear the noises of me sipping because I'm just on my outdoor recorder. Is there something behind me? Nope, it's just a bag. Just the beautiful, beautiful nature of New York City parks. Just trash bags everywhere. Needles. Just old knockoff things from China that someone just put next to a tree and said, yeah, it'll decompose. It won't. But people are running. People are sitting by benches, on benches, not just by them. I think a mosquito bit the back of my head, which. Oh, yeah, there's one right there. Okay, so I'm going to get bit by mosquitoes, but that's what I do for you guys. That's the sacrifice that I make to do this podcast and get it out on Mondays. Hey, by the way, tell your friend. Tell them to subscribe. Share the show so maybe I can have a little bit more gear and figure some stuff out. Because I do like recording it outside, but, maybe I can pay for fucking mosquito repellent. Imagine I just have like 30 bug bites by the end of this. They just slowly are popping up my head, and you're like, oh wow. Yeah, I see this guy biking. I can't wait until I get older and I get more into shit like that, like biking and I'm starting to get into. I'm not really big into puzzles. People like puzzles, but. I don't know, but they kind of piss me off when it's over like 300 or 500 pieces. I go, you know what? This is enough. This is too much. They're all the exact same color. I'm never going to be able to figure it out. And maybe I can get into hunting and I can shoot that fucking bird that won't shut up. But getting into biking with your dad friends, just getting away from your family. How nice does that sound? I don't even have a family. I don't even have a girlfriend, but I'm still like. That would be nice. 347-566-9741. Call the hotline. I will give you advice. I will give you my takes. I'll make your life better. I promise. And I'll do it out in the middle of nature, like what we're doing right now. And I'll be getting bug bites while I do it. We have two entries, but I can only do one because the second one requires internet, and I don't have that. You feel me? Do you feel me? I mean, I really hope no one calls my phone, because I just realized if someone calls my phone, it's gonna stop recording, and that's gonna really piss me off. Here's what okay, those are, motorcycles that I don't need. Here's the text message. We got a text message. Not a voicemail. We got a text message entry, and let's see what it says, and then we can go into my week, what happened. Actually, you know what? Let's do a quick little pause, and I'll turn my phone on airplane mode. You guys stay right there. Okay, we're back, and definitely giving myself a headache for post editing, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, I'm feeling chill today. This is. I mean, that coffee might start hitting, and then I'll go off on the crazy train. I'll blast the fuck off. But right now, I'm feeling. I'm just locked in for this motorcycle class, man. I was top of my class. They were having me lead the exercises yesterday, which I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was like, okay, I'm better at this than I thought I would be. It felt good. I felt like, all right, I can have confidence in something, because it was an up and down week. Okay, 347-566-9741. Text the hotline, call the hotline, send the hotline a video. You can send in a video submission. I'll feature those. Let's see. I've been still thinking about that gay one that Nevin sent in, and yeah, dude. I just don't have the most progressive view on that, and I'm sorry, but sometimes it really just, because I said what I thought about it on the show, and then I was like, okay, are people gonna get mad about that? And then not enough people even listen to the show to get mad about it, and also, what happened in the news last week that everyone is talking about, kind of like, if anyone was thinking about it, they're like, okay, well, more important shit happened, which I'm not going to talk about, by the way. I read this piece by Nate Silver where he was like, you don't have to talk about every bad thing that happens. You don't have to give your opinion, and you don't have to make a point or post about it online. And I think that's going to be my stance, at least for right now. Enough people have said stuff about it, and every group chat is talking about it constantly, and I don't want to. There's a lot of sad, fucked up shit that's going on, and that really highlighted a lot of it. Okay, I said I wasn't going to talk about it, but I am, and I'm getting sad, and I'm going to drink more of this coffee so I feel better. Okay, all right, let's do this. We're 10 minutes in, and we're feeling good, and we're feeling like, man, I love it when Dylan records outside. And hopefully, my legs are always crossed, so you don't see the rip in the middle of my jeans that just will go right to my ball sack. I'm wearing underwear, but still. And if you're like, hey, Dylan, where the fuck did you get this chair from? I stole it. We were by a college, and there was a garden, and I stole it. And I'm going to bring it back. So technically I borrowed it, but yeah, I took it. And when I sat down, did it immediately break? And now is there just a big piece of plastic that my big fat ass broke on the chair? Yes. And you're going to have to go to the YouTube to look at this, but it's just a big piece of plastic that I broke, and I felt bad about it. But also it had been sitting out in the sun for who knows how long. So it's the UV rays' fault. It's not my fault, but it's kind of nice to have a little thing to wave. Okay. Anyway. Hi, Dylan. It's Myra, a longtime listener. Hey, Myra. Thanks for listening for so long. Anywho, that's cute. I don't remember if you said we could text this number, but my baby is sleeping and I don't want to wake her up, so I'm texting. Great use of texting. Also, congrats on the baby. Not sure how old he or she is. I don't want to drag on. Honey, sweetheart, sugar child, It's 3 sentences. You're not dragging on. Don't worry. But I appreciate you. Actually, this is a listener who listens and goes, okay, I don't want to take up too much time. Let me be concise. There's a guy biking again. God, they look fucking cool, don't they? They kind of look dorky, but they also look cool. Okay. My ex and I separated about 4 months ago and are co-parenting our 1-year-old. Okay, that's how old he is. During this time, he's updated his Instagram profile pic to a pic of him flexing at the gym. Okay, I know where this is going. He deleted or archived all of our pics, so my friend says... He deleted or archived all of our pics, so my friend says he's looking for women at the gym or whatever. I would also like to move on. I downloaded Bumble, but I can't for the life of me find it in myself to give anyone attention. I want to, but at the same time, I don't. But he's out there being a dog, so I'd like to move on as well. There's a lot of run-on sentences, I know, but ultimately my question, I guess, is how do I get in the mindset he's in where he's totally fine fucking whatever moves? Regardless if this gets answered, I feel a lot better just venting. Thank you. Love the show. Well, Myra, love you. Thank you for texting in. It will get answered. And here's what you got to do. Number one, if you're going through a breakup, you can't base how you act on how the other person is acting. It is a bad road to go down because the way they cope and the way you cope, not going to be the same. And also, the way they cope, it might not be healthy and probably isn't. And it's definitely not going to be healthy for you because they're a different person. So that's number one. Don't look at what he's doing. Don't look at the pictures he's posting. Don't look at any of it. He is doing the thing where he's trying to erase any semblance of you from his life, which I know hurts, but it's him unable to emotionally process what happened. And so he's trying to just repress it and pretend like it never happened, which I would say is not healthy. And, sounds like a guy, but I think both genders do it. But, it does sound more like maybe a guy thing to just be like, that shit never happened. I'm erasing it from my life, bro. I have no emotions. I don't feel shit. Let me go out and fuck like whatever moves, bro. Let me get some puss. Cause that's who I am now. I'm the pussy getting guy. I mean, honestly, that's kind of, when my ex and I split up, I did not delete God, this guy is so loud in his phone. Do you hear him? Screaming. Gotta be a dad. Have to have kids. As soon as you have kids, your decibels when you talk on the phone goes up at least 20 times. You're just like, everyone is going to hear my conversation. You just have so much pent up anger from being around your kids that just you get on the phone and you're like, how are you doing, Frank? Oh, no, I'm great. The kids are great. That was loud. I'm not losing my mind. I'm not regretting having kids at all. No, everything's good. Hey, do you want to go for a bike this Sunday just so I can get some energy out? And maybe I'll go in front of a bus. Who knows? So Myra, anyway, so you have to ask yourself, what do you think will help you the most? If you're just trying to go out and date and go on Bumble because you think it's the thing to do, then I would say maybe don't do it. But if you've broken up with someone in the past and you find that going on dates kind of gets you back in the rhythm and reminds yourself and allows you to process that I am going to be seeing other people, I am going to be sleeping with other people, I am out there looking for a new partner, I would say go ahead and do it. If you say you can't, like also ask yourself, why can you not find it in yourself to go on these dates and talk to people? I think a lot of people get reticent because they're like, oh, am I really about to do this again? Am I going to date again? And then they can't get over that hump. And it's like, yeah, man, that's life. That's what happens. It fucking sucks. And you don't want to do it, but you gotta. And if you ever have any chance of finding someone else, you got to get back on those dating apps. And you got to look at them. I still have this plastic thing in my hand. You got to look at them positively as a tool instead of being like, oh, this is so sad. I can't believe I'm on dating apps again. There's nothing sad about it. You're a human being. You're doing what human beings do. You're going on dates. It's completely fine. And fuck him and whatever he's doing. All right? Immature of him to delete everything and post dude, if he's posting a pic of him, 6 bug bites now. If he's posting a pic of him flexing, bro, this dude is going through it. He is crying into his pillow at night. He's not good. Anyone posting photos of them flexing, that's like so lame, bro. It's so, it's a term that we said we don't want to say on the show too much, but it's pretty lame. It's sad, okay? He's trying to get attention because he's sad that you guys split up and he doesn't know what he's doing. So he's like, let me just get attention from my body. And I don't think he's like fucking girls at the gym. That's so hard to do and also something you shouldn't be doing. But the whole point, again, been talking about this for a while, Myra, is don't focus on him at all. He shouldn't affect how you're going about in your day. The only way he should affect you is when you guys are talking about your child and figuring out when you're going to co-parent and decisions for the kid. Besides that, the way he dates and the way you date does not need to be connected at all. You date the way you date. You do something and you think it's ready, and you'll know if you're ready or not. You'll know if you're saying, like, I don't want to do it because you're just being scared, or you don't want to do it because you actually don't want to. Like, I'll tell you right now, I haven't gone on Hinge in a while because there's been a couple people that I've been seeing, and it's not because I'm scared to go back on it. I actually don't want to. Meaningless sex to me has not felt good recently. It's actually felt bad. So, I haven't done it. I've been trying to cut that out of my life. There's been people that have come into my life that we've hooked up, and then I've felt like shit after, and then I've tried to repress it because I'm a guy, and I'm like, no, this is what you're supposed to do, and then I go, hey, you know what? I shouldn't be doing this. Why am I acting in a way just because I think that's what a guy is supposed to be? And then I move on, and I don't have, and then I just go, I'm going to date people that feel good, and that's how it's going. So I think I answered that for you, Myra. Get out there if you want to and it feels good. And if you need a little bit of push, I'm pushing you. Go out there and try. Experiment. Okay? Meet new people. It doesn't mean they're going to be your next husband or whatever. And I know it's scary because you have a child. I can't begin to understand what it's like to start dating and have to be like, oh, but I had a really good time, by the way. I do have a 1-year-old kid. Fuck, my phone looks like it's crooked. Whatever, dude. Who gives a fuck? I'm spitting right now. But this is your life, and it's an interesting, unique life. I mean, a lot of other people are going through it, but still. So sometimes I like to think about life as like, you get to have these experiences. And so they might be scary and weird, but it's also what makes life great because you're the only one. First of all, you have to have these experiences. You can't have any other ones. You only have your consciousness. But two, like, you get to experience, like, I will never get to experience what it's like to be a single woman going on dates who happens to have a kid. You get to experience that and have wisdom and then be able to maybe pass it on to someone else later on in life. Who knows? I get to be a mentally ill comedian that is recording by Lehman College in the Bronx and watching people bike by and go, wow, I wish I could get into biking. But then I think about how much it costs, and then I think about I would be on the bike and I would honestly be like, man, I probably look gay as fuck right now. And see, that's a perfect usage of that word, right? So Myra, it's going to be okay. Maybe message back in a couple weeks or a month. Let us know how it's going. We as a community, we want to follow up. We want to see how the dating life of the new single. I mean, because wow, 4 months. It's a lot. It's also very new. I hooked up with someone too quickly, but that's also how I process things. That's how I know. I mean, it's spending 20 minutes talking about whatever. What the fuck? Shut up, Dylan. Yeah. Okay. Good. And we had one more, but it's like 5 minutes long, and I know who it's from. And bro, I appreciate you sending shit in, but I'm gonna have to listen to it and then cut it down so it's not up. And also I can't plug it into my recorder, but don't worry, I'm getting a new recorder, and man, that siren is loud. That siren is loud. Maybe I should just. Oh no, it's turning off. Okay, great. Oh, so I guess someone died 100 feet from me. All right, let me just. EJ's just can. Oh, it's coming right this way. Let me just cover the mic real quick. This episode is going to be much better received and consumed visually. I will say that. You get the whole, you see me getting bit by bugs. You see the fire department ambulance driving by. It's going to be great. I really got to say that. And yes, if the question is, Dylan, will you start recording where you aren't in like very public spaces so that you don't have sirens and people walking by screaming on the like Spanish guys walking by screaming on the telephone? Hey, ¿qué pasó, hey? Yeah, I will. But this is, dude, we're experimenting. We are keeping it up. And, and the siren is still just it's just right in my ear. I don't know where the guy is driving. How is it getting closer? But there's a park. Okay. Wow. And just like that, it's gone. And I'm not angry anymore. I'm chill. Man, I'm chill. God, I love being in nature. There's another squirrel over there climbing up the tree. Would be nice to be a squirrel sometimes. Life would be much simpler. Just a squirrel trying to get that nut. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Anyway. Oh, I just spilled my coffee. I love my life. I really do. I love my life. Let's see what else happened this week besides, what we're not going to talk about. Went on a date. That was nice. Got lunch. But I don't really want to fucking talk about that. But sometimes as a guy, you going on dates, and after a while, if there's dude, I mean this might just be a personal thing, but after a while you're like, okay, are you just going on this date so like I can pay for lunch with you and you don't really give a shit? Like, if you're feeling that, okay, that's the only thing I will say. If you're a woman and you're going on a date to someone and you actually like want to keep seeing them, just be sure to lock in and make it seem like you're happy to be in their presence, because if not, as the guy, you can kind of go like, why did I just spend $78 on Thai food that was like not that good? But then you get in your head and you're like, oh, like why I should just be happy to be with it, And then it's embarrassing as a guy to like, dude, it is embarrassing to ask someone to split it with you if they're not like, if you care at all about continuing to see them. That's the paradox of dating, is that everything that you should do that is like completely valid and justified in terms of like setting boundaries and asking for things, you are scared to do because you're like, what if this scares them away? Or like, I have stakes now, so I don't want to do something that's going to make them feel like, give the girl the ick or whatever the fuck that is. But you can't think about that because you have to be truthful in who you are, and you have to be the most authentic. All right, we got 4 guys running. Guy in the front has a little chest strap. All of them got their shirts off, and they're all equally toned. I like that. I like seeing a bunch of dudes that are all equally toned running, so none of them are showing off. They all got their shirts off. If one of them didn't have his shirt off, or only one had his shirt off, I wouldn't like it. But I like the equality and the harmony. It's the word I found. The harmony of that is nice. I definitely do. I appreciate that. Man. Just good to be out here. I do wish there were more submissions, but I can usually just get it going. I try to look up current events. Man, dude, these websites, these news websites, a lot of them, they just have absolutely no, like, there are no current events going on except for things that are like, there's no like fun entertainment news anymore. This is what I'm talking about, where I'm like, it's nice to just have gossip because you don't have to think about how like the world is on fire. The only thing we got is Jason Baldoni and Blake Lively shit, Taylor Swift, and something with the Emmys. Oh, and then Rainn Wilson is like everyone on The Office. Like the Office is based on people that are like racist and idiots. And you're like, all right, man, did you really have to say that? Like, what the fuck? Sometimes these actors, it's like, dude, stop going on podcasts. No one actually like gives a fuck what you have to say. I mean, Rainn Wilson seems like a decent guy, but it's like, And then he's like, yeah, they were gonna, and then of course it goes into him being like, I don't want to talk shit about this guy because whatever, I'm never gonna meet him. Who gives a fuck? He's like, yeah, they were supposed to make a spinoff called The Farm, and I think it would have done great. But they decided not to. It would have made him another $1 billion, and it would have been a good show. It's like, yeah, of course you're saying that because you would have been the star, bro. You would have been the star. Hey, you got your cake, dude. You were on one of the best comedies of the past 20 years. Just chill with that. Become a venture capitalist. Like, you have money. Or just become a director. Don't. So are these people just like vaping on a bench? Jesus. Just sitting on a bench and not talking. Oh no, it's a joint still. Just like sitting on a bench and not talking. Smoking a joint. It's a lot of smoke. Yeah, I guess that. I don't know if I would walk all the way out to a park just so that I could smoke weed on a bench. Or if I did, I don't think I would do it right because they're right by the road. Who wants to like smoke weed and then just watch cars drive by? I mean, I guess, but at least these guys are like walking and taking a little run. Going for a run, yeah. Oh, they're racing. Oh, dude, hell yeah, these two guys are racing. Let's go. Oh, the other guy absolutely smoked him. The other dude's bigger, probably lifts more in the gym, but man, he tried to get a running start and his friend absolutely smoked his ass. God, racing your friend as a man, no better feeling. Just being like, I raced you to that sign. That's like the peak of boyhood is I'll race you to the sign or can you touch the sign? It's it. That is honestly, as a man, kind of the peak of life is when you can just race to anything and then your backpack is bigger than you are. And it's, man, life was so good. It was so simple. You'd go to the corner store, you get an Arizona iced tea for $1. You get a pack of M&Ms or some Doritos or something. It'd be $3 total. We were in a recession, but you didn't really understand what that means. So it was fine, but your mom only gave you $5 because that's literally the only money that they had. But life was good, bro. Oh, man. He talked about Halo or whatever video game you're doing. I mean, I still think it's like that now, but now you go get the chips and you get a Prime energy drink and these kids are like wired the fuck up and then they're watching Kai Cenat on Twitch and it's just, I don't want to be that boomer that's like, it's not the same as it used to be. I'm sure they're still having fun and they're still joking, but man, when you're 8 years old and you could just laugh at shit. You could laugh at the dumbest shit and it felt good. And it was just goof central. Anything. And sometimes it did you were laughing at the fact that you were throwing rocks at a squirrel and kind of torturing the squirrel, but it was just some good old fashioned goof central 8-year-old fun. No one was getting hurt. You're just in Goof Town. It's Goofy Central. Yuck, yuck. Let's waterboard that squirrel. Yuck, yuck. Oh, shit. Yuck, yuck. Tell us where the nuts are. We're going to pull out your fingernails. Yuck, yuck. Goof Central. Yay. It's going to be a short episode because I have to leave soon and go finish this test. But I'm happy we got that funny part. We got Goof Central. I feel like something else happened this week that I wanted to talk about. I wrote down my notes, and then, of course, I didn't bring the notebook. I'm incapable of leaving my house without forgetting something. Is anyone else like this? I cannot leave. The past 2 weeks, I live in a building with an elevator, right? The past 2 weeks, I would say 85% of the time, I would leave my apartment, I'd get into the elevator, I would say goodbye to the doorman, I'd walk out, And then immediately I'd go, fuck, I forgot that. Turn back around, go inside, be like, hey, I forgot something. And the first or second time, it was fine. It was a little embarrassing. And then it got to the point where I would walk back in and the doorman would be like, oh, you forgot, forgot something, huh? And I'd be like, yep, that's my fucked up brain. My short-term memory is absolutely shot. Dude, every time. And like dumb shit. The other day, I forgot my lunch. I left it out. My brother came home 3 hours later. He's like, yeah, your lunch is just out. And I go, okay, well, put it back in the fridge. I'll heat it up later and then hopefully just pray that the microwave kills all the germs in it that have just been festering. Yeah, they won't let us out. Time to feast, yeah. We're going to absolutely give him diarrhea later. I didn't. It was fine. My stomach did hurt last night, but more because of my pancreas. I have pancreatic problems. We don't got to talk about it. I'll talk about it in a different episode. Unable to leave. Unable to leave without forgetting things. Constantly forgetting things. I wonder if there's a big shadow on my face. Just, is anyone else like this? Anyone else just constantly forgetting things? Call in 347-566-9741. Tell us if you're forgetting. Tell us the things you're doing that you're like, why am I like this? Because that's for me. I go, why am I like this? There's something I forget all the time. Travel, it's not as much, but there is still usually one small piece of something that I forget, and I go, oh, fuck. It's not enough for me to have, like, overnight it to wherever I'm going, but... Oh, that's what I wanted to say. Because there's a lot of RVs randomly parked around here, which whenever you see an RV parked in public on a street and it looks old... You're like, that is, I'll pay money. That's a haunted house. I'm gonna go to a haunted house with my brothers or something this fall. We're gonna go to Markoff's haunted forest. Marcock's haunted forest. Which, by the way, it's in Pennsylvania, or it's in Maryland. If anyone in the tri-state area has any recommendations on places to go that would like really scary haunted houses, that would be widely appreciated, because most of these you just walk through the forest and a couple people jump out at you and you're like kind of scared, but it's not. Dude, I want to be like scared. I want to be like, holy fuck, like I think I'm gonna, I want to be riding the line. And I haven't had that. Maybe that's just me, but dude, when if I'm going to a haunted house or I'm going to one of these haunted forests, I want to be on the line. I want to be like, oh shit, that guy got in I want to be chased. I want to like put my hands up. Like I'm going to have to fight. Maybe that's just me. But a lot of these have died down because there's kids and people that get scared easily. I get scared, but I want to leave and go, that was scary. I just got one story of my dad, when I was younger, we went to this like crazy haunted house in Los Angeles, or somewhere in LA. I don't know why I said Los Angeles. And it was in a house and you had to line up. And I remember it was so scary that they made my dad like, I had to wait outside, and which by the way, like, have I talked about this on the podcast before? Kind of insane that my dad was like, all right, you wait outside. I'm going to go through this thing. But also respect. I'm happy he did that. I'm happy he got that experience as a man and for like 20 minutes got to not be a father and just be a 41-year-old guy who, like, I mean, his son is outside. He is being a father, but he's like, let me enjoy life a little bit. I'm not trying to scare my son, but I'm already here. He's like, I'm not going to not go into this haunted house. And he said that there was like an operating table and a real person on it with like a beating heart, and you would like someone stuck their hand in and people would grab you. And he said it was scary. Like he was actually scared. And that's what I want to do. I don't want to do something where like it's just a bunch of jump scares, but then they don't like, and it's some weird hick from the middle of Pennsylvania that's like way too into it. Probably is a furry. Listens to Slipknot when they jack off. Like, I don't want, like, they do the thing where they're Like, you know how they do that? Have you guys ever been on it where they make that weird, like it's, even making it it's cringe to me. God, that's such a fucking cringe. I want a scary one, dude. I want to fall down a trapdoor, or like almost fall down a trapdoor, because you would probably get hurt. Yeah, you would get hurt, but like almost. Or I want to see someone right next to me get like mortally wounded, not die. I want to see a bystander next to me get actually hurt, and me be like, holy shit, okay, this is real, and then like be on my toes. And it could be an actor, but I want to believe it. That's what they got to do. They got to plant people in the haunted forest. Now, it sucks that we're cooking. It's like 38 minutes and I got to end soon. They got to plant people that make you go like, holy shit, I could actually get hurt. That's what they got to do. So if you have any recommendations for haunted houses, I would appreciate that. But RVs. But RV is a real haunted house. You walk in there like, there's all this plastic and weird shit piled up, and you're like, oh, dude, this is some hoarder. Something went wrong in this guy's life to be, on the side of the road next to Lehman College in a Winnebago from 1973. But all that's to say, I rented an RV for my 33rd birthday. all that's to say that I rented an RV for my 33rd birthday, and I'm going to drive up to Maine alone. And when I tell people that, everyone is kind of like, oh, are you okay? And I go, hey, come on, man. Obviously not. I rented an RV alone, and I'm driving up to Maine. I'm driving up to a national forest where usually people go missing. So yeah, I'm not great. But also I'm very excited about it. It's like you can't like travel and like be alone without someone going, are you okay? Even though it's, simultaneously I'm like, yes, I want to do this alone and it's going to be sick. And no. Does that make sense? And I'm going to bring like a GoPro and I'll record it and maybe post it online for you guys to watch, a vlog of it. Because then when you're doing it for someone else, it's like not just you being alone. But something about like having an RV is a red flag if things aren't going great, even though it shouldn't be. But I was watching a video last night of some guy that turned a box truck into a van, like a livable van, like a RV, but it's like a box truck, so it was bigger, and he had a shower and he had all this shit in there and a nice ass kitchen, and it looked really cool. And still, I looked at the guy and went like, yeah, something's up with you. You're not, he had like of course he had sandals on. I was looking at his feet the entire time. Like I'm watching the video and his feet are just out. And I don't even have a weird thing about feet, but for some reason, just seeing his feet in sandals, I was like, I'd almost rather him not have sandals on. Does that make sense? I'd almost rather see him barefoot in his house than in like Teva's and just his just raw dogs are out. And I'm like, all right, well, yeah, you're this guy. But he was sick. He had a motorcycle on the back. He surfed, long hair. He's been living in. What is it about living in a van or a truck, like, for your life, that you go, just get a house, bro? Do you know what I mean? Like I also like would love to do that for a year or two, but then I'm still like, just get a house, dude. Maybe I'm trad. Maybe I'm too trad, but I'm like, get a house, bro. Get a family. What are you doing? You just live. Like, I see a man in his late 30s just living. That's supposed to be celebrated as the dream, as the guy's living his life. He's free. He's out there. And still, all these people are watching me record this podcast. And it's okay, because I'll never see any of them again. And the podcast is going to end. And oh, shit, I got to go now. It's supposed to be free, but you're just like, yeah, that's nice, but I feel like a guy in the 1950s. I'm like, get a job, you fucking bum. Get a family, you hippie. What are you doing living in a van, you fucking communist? You're ruining our country. Let me guess, you're voting for Zoran. Meanwhile, I'm also voting for Zoran. Text in about that if you have any thoughts about that. Guys, if you listen to something on the show that you have a thought about, text in about it. Call in about it. 347-566-9741. Share the show. Subscribe on YouTube. Put it on your story. Okay? Let's get more people to listen. let's grow this so I can get better, because I'm going to get a new camera, so this will look better. And then I'm going to get a better recorder so I can do things live and like plug in and even have maybe call-ins for the show. We'll see about that. Probably we'll just do voicemails because people call in and they just take way too much time. But let's grow, let's keep growing anyway. Slash touching grass. But I hope you guys enjoyed being outside and looking at the beautiful Bronx. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye.